Well, here's an excuse to break out your finest Scotch whiskey, because today we're going to do Scotch eggs. Okay, well, before everybody starts blowing up my comments down in the comments here, yes, I know that Scotch eggs are not actually from Scotland and they're not Scottish. But I'll look for any excuse to break out the good stuff. But Scottish eggs, great recipe to do on your smoker while you have other things going, because it doesn't use a lot of grill space and it's really easy to do. Real quick, it takes about an hour to an hour and a half. So let's get started and jump right in with the list of the very, very basic ingredients. So the ingredients you're going to need to make your Scotch eggs are, of course, some sort of beverage to keep you hydrated. You're going to need a Bradley rack or some sort of cooking rack and some small squares of parchment paper. For your actual ingredients to make the Scotch egg, you want to start with, of course, eggs. And we've got some hard-boiled eggs here that have been peeled. You're going to need a couple of eggs that have been scrambled. Of course, you're going to need your sausage. The Jimmy Dean comes in the nice 1-pound package, which this is enough to make 4 Scotch eggs. Need a little bit of flour and some breadcrumbs. And that's basically it. If you want to season it, you can actually add some seasoning to your flour here as well. But this is enough to get us started. So let's get going. There you go. Our 4 Scotch eggs are ready for the smoker. It took about 5 minutes or so to assemble these things. But you may be asking, why the parchment paper? Well, if you're going to be doing just this on the smoker, like I am today, you can use a Bradley rack, which works really well. But if you have other things on your smoker and you're just going to plop these into the extra spaces that are out on the grill, you can just do just the parchment paper and a Scotch egg wherever you have voids. The parchment paper will keep the meat and the ball from actually sagging down and going around the grill grates and attaching to it. So when you go to lift it off, you don't pull the bottom off your Scotch egg. That's really their only purpose. So, stage 1, we're going to put this through on 250 degrees for 1 hour. And then stage 2 is totally up to you if you want a crispy outside or not. But 1 hour, and we'll pull these things off. I'm going to go pour myself another Scotch whiskey. Here we are, an hour later, and these things are looking amazing. Check this thing out. Look at that. So they're basically ready to eat at this point, or you can turn your smoker up to around 350 degrees and put these in for about another 15 to 20 minutes and really crisp up the outside of these, which is what I'm going to do because we got the Grilla grill going, which is a pellet smoker, so we can really control the temperature on that. But if you're running this on your smoker and using up blank smoker space, and you want to crisp it up and you can't turn up the temperature, just throw it back on for about another half hour or so. So I'm going to give this about another 15-20 minutes. Then it'll be time to eat. We are all done, and check that out. Look at that Scotch egg. So I'm going to get this cut open so you can take a look at what's on the inside. But these things are great if you go camping. You make them, say, the day before, and if you're going to go on a nice hike, you can throw them in the cooler. great source of portable protein. And you can eat them as is, cut them up and quarter them, serve them as appetizers. You can have them as the main meal, whatever you want. Eat them just the way they are, or you can drizzle your favorite sauce, barbecue sauce, A1 or something like that. I'm going to do my mustard aioli, which is basically mayonnaise, whole grain mustard, and yellow mustard, just to give this a little bit of a kick. So I'm going to have myself some dinner. Hope you guys have some success at making some Scotch eggs on your smoker, and I'll see you next time on Smoked Meat with Jeff. Let me get you some pictures of this thing all cut up and ready for dinner. I'll see you next time.